Hi, Mike. How you doing today?
Good, Tom. How are
Thanks.
you?
Yeah, thanks for joining me today and sharing some of the ideas and what's been happening at Focaccia's. I know you've been giving me great service, so I just wanted to find out more and share some ideas with other business owners.
Sure,
Tell
thanks for having me.
everybody a little bit about your business and how long you've been in it and what you've been doing.
Sure. Focaccia's Cafe. We've been in business 7 years, and the concept primarily focuses on a cafe with coffee, sandwiches, salads, panini, more on the healthy side. Um, and as a second part of the concept, a catering service. So catering anything in the cafe, but also expanding it to specialty items not on the menu for parties and functions that kind of correlate and work complementary with the cafe menu.
Okay. Who's your typical customer? I mean, what is your target audience? What's the
Our target audience, because of our location here in Shelton, we cater to a lot of the corporate offices and employees coming from other towns into Shelton, and those that patron the local businesses when they go out or for breakfast on the way in, and lunch during the day, and picking up dinner on the way home. And the demographic is, gender neutral, ages, 18 through 55 or 65, but we don't discriminate, Tom. If you're outside that range.
You'll feed anybody, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're equal opportunity customer service.
So I know this is a loaded question, but what's been the biggest impact of COVID-19 on the business?
Yeah, it's it's a loaded question, and sort of easy to answer, because obviously being in the food business, restaurants have been, all businesses have been impacted, you know that, but the food restaurant business has, I think, been hit the hardest, mainly because, as I mentioned, we rely on the traffic from employees coming in and filling the offices here in Shelton, but everyone started working from home. So as the virus hit, it went from our normal traffic down to maybe 25%, and then it's steadily increased over time. But we're still not anywhere near the normal traffic as before. So that's been the biggest impact. Notice the volume of traffic through the cafe a lot lower.
Right. Has there been any one or two, I know you've taken a lot of different actions, any one or two that have made a difference? And, how are they working?
Sure. Well, because we know that people were home more, naturally we wanted to target customers ordering from home, because I think folks at first were even hesitant to go shopping for food. So there was a big push on deliveries. So we naturally looked to capture that and sidestep more of our target marketing on delivery service. And because we don't have a whole fleet of vehicles, we obviously outsourced a lot of that by signing up with the Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhubs of the market, and that's helped to kind of segue and keep keep some traffic and sales on track.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, a lot of companies and people I've talked to and interviewed to talk about little pivots that they've taken, in revenue or expenses or anything. Any pivots you've made that, you learned, from that didn't go well, and some you kind of happened on to that did go well?
Sure. On the, let's say, the didn't go well side, because we're focusing more on the catering side. We've just recently created a new menu and issued it. So we thought that taking advantage of marketing that more would help by offering promotional meals and packaged meals that families, like target for families. And we thought by offering these new options and making them very cost effective would get everyone's attention, and we'd be skyrocketing through the introducing the catering menu a lot easier. But I think a lot of other restaurants were doing the same thing, and ones that had an established name and product brand. So we were starting to make and serve like pasta dishes with the chicken piccata or franchise, which is not normally on our cafe menu. So it's
Right.
tailored more for catering for groups and large parties. So not everyone really, or not many people knew that we could do that. So there was confusion in the marketplace, and maybe not enough information that we could do that. So we were kind of like a whisper in the wind compared to others that already have that brand recognition.
Right.
So that I knew was one step, and we just basically closed down that ability to that menu option, because it was a lot of effort to do something that we sold very little of.
Right.
The other, as I mentioned, deliveries. We always delivered, but never like marketed it because we don't have that fleet of vehicles. So we began to put up signs everywhere that we offered, free delivery if they, customers didn't want to go through the Grubhub channels.
Yeah.
So, and again, it's more of a recognition, and people are home more, so they're not driving around and seeing the signage and being visible to those offerings. So that in-house deliveries didn't pick up as quickly as the external sources like Uber Eats and Grubhub.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I actually had a girl show up at my house the other day. I didn't realize my daughter ordered delivery. She goes, "Yeah, from Focaccia's." I'm like, "What?" I didn't even.
Exactly right. So case in point, you recognize that it's not a well-known fact. So we have a lot of inroads to make with the customer's understanding of what we offer.
Yeah, and getting that message out to them's got to be, a critical piece to it.
Oh, sure.
Even making sure every time something goes in their order, that's what I always say. Everybody that comes in to buy something, they should get a little fire. Hey, we do free delivery, because
Right. Yeah.
especially if they're coming in for coffee, they're not conscious when they walk by those signs on the way to get their
Right.
coffee. So,
Yep. And
yeah.
actually, as one of the things we are trying and have started is to do a lot of those things. So even with the orders that we placed, the orders that came in from Grubhub, we do have a card that we insert into the bag,
Mm-hmm.
so that the customer can be directed to our website to place online orders much the same way and get the delivery
Gotcha.
with a discount as well.
Gotcha.
So we're already paying a fee to those services. So offering a discount to convert them over naturally makes sense, because we're going to be gaining that customer relationship directly as opposed to from a third party.
Mm-hmm. So what have you done to keep the customer service at such a, I've been coming there for a long time, and the customer service and qualities have been so great. I mean, what have you been doing? And it's, I still come there, so I still
Yeah, thank you.
see it and enjoy it. How have you kept the customer service and the quality up during this time?
Well, I think two things. A lot of credit to the team. They're aware, even though there's been a lot of impact with the volume and the schedules. The team really understand. We're located right here in kind of the center of Bridgeport Ave, right off or at the corner of Old Trafford Road, right above Walgreens.
Right.
And we're going to be issuing. We're going to, as Ben said, we're going to be outreaching to customers that are local, since they're home.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than relying on employees coming from other towns into Shelton, we're going to do more outreaching to customers in the near vicinity geographically, and doing mailers so we can reach them directly. And still keep up with a lot of the social media, maybe even hit it harder with Facebook and Instagram, so Twitter.
Yeah.
Those, they're kind of a base minimum to
I
keep
think
in
you got to do more marketing now than ever. It's,
Right.
So with all the noise and the craziness, I've been asking everybody, what's the most inspiring thing for you today?
I think the optimism. I mean, I look at this as a challenge. You know, in business, you're always challenged. So, and you know, not there's no better example than trying to overcome a pandemic. So, you know, we're dealing with those challenges, but we're looking forward to improving everything we do and changing what we do, so that we could respond and react to, you know, a better better outcome and better future.
Mhm.
So that's right now. The inspiration is kind of looking forward, you know, to see what we are going to do when we come out of this, and continue to grow and kind of be, you know, at the center of the, I guess, the market, like we want it to be.
Yeah, well, that's great, and that's very common. That seems to be the common theme for everybody I've been interviewing, which is a good. It's a good. You got to keep the optimism and work our way through that. You know, that's why we got into
Exactly.
business first. So, Mike, hey, thank you so much, and I encourage anyone to go try. I love the coffee, the food, the lunch is great, so I encourage anybody to stop by. But thanks again for your
Thank
time,
you.
Mike, and I'll probably be seeing you sooner than later.
Okay, Tom.
All
Appreciate
right,
your time,
you got
and
it.
we'll see you soon. Thank you.